What is up, all of you little demons out there? Welcome back to the Devil's Hour Talk Show podcast. It is a very beautiful Tuesday afternoon. Well, I should say Tuesday evening, since it's like 6 o'clock, or whatever time it is for you guys. I don't personally know. But, anyway, we're going to get into some pretty funny subjects today, like airports. Alright? Because listen to me. You go to the airport expecting to get on your plane, and you've been sitting at that airport for like 2 hours. They're not letting you on the plane, and when you get to the gate, it seems like everything's good, everything's great. You're probably about to get on your flight. All of a sudden, your flight's delayed, and then you're like, "Are you serious right now? Are you serious? You just delayed my goddamn flight?" Okay, first of all, it doesn't take a rocket scientist. Why would you delay my flight? Like, there's nobody waiting. The plane is right there at the gate. And yet you're gonna delay my fucking flight that I paid $200 for? Are you kidding me? I paid $200 to go to New Jersey. And I paid $200 for a plane ticket to fly all the way to goddamn New Jersey. And the only thing you're gonna do is put me on the spot like that and delay my flight. I'm pissed at this point because you don't delay my flight and expect me not to be pissed off. I'm serious, man. It's people. They do not know what the hell they're doing. It's hard enough when you delay my flight and stop me from flying to New Jersey, but it's another thing when I'm just sitting here trying to chillax when I've been sitting there for like 3 or 4 hours, and now you're telling me my flight's delayed. No, F you. Let me onto that plane. Let me onto the plane. I paid $300 for this flight, and I want on my plane. I want to make it to New Jersey. I have a I have a business meeting. I am not in the mood for this shit. Yet you're still gonna put me through it. Oh my god. Just feels like you want to get punched in the face. And then you go to the airport bar, you get blackout drunk. Still doesn't matter because your flight's still delayed. Now you feel like shit for yelling at the flight attendant, so now you gotta apologize. God, life in general just sucks. And yet we fail to notice it each and every time. Like, seriously, you can't make it through life without something bad happening to you. The minute something bad happens to you, you're like, well, now what do I do? Well, now where is the part where I'm supposed to be like, okay, yeah, that's fair? Where's the part where I'm supposed to be happy that my flight was canceled? I'm not supposed to be happy that my flight was canceled. I'm supposed to be on my plane, yet you decided to cancel my damn flight. Anyway. Yeah. But let's get into talking about another subject that I love talking about on this show. And that subject is going to be a, a relatively funny subject that, it kind of seems like it's kind of in the wind here. Falling children. No, just but I want to know, is it true if you drop a penny, and this is for those of you on YouTube, and I will leave a Q&A at the end of this episode for Spotify, but is it true that if you drop a penny off of the Empire State Building, it could cut something in half? Like, seriously? You're trying to tell me that that can cut something in half? That's like saying Reese Witherspoon's chin could cut you. Like, what? You're telling me Reese Witherspoon's chin can cut me? I have no idea. Seems like that's what you're saying, though. Seems like that's what you're trying to get me to believe. Yet I still don't believe you. Where's the proof? Do you even have the proof? No, you don't. So don't tell me that you do. Anyway, um, at the time, it's like I can't even catch a break. Okay, all right, let's delve into this. So, you're driving on the highway. Well, actually, you're on your hourly commute to work, but you're taking the bus. The bus has to make several different stops, so it causes you to be late. Now you're pissed off at the innocent bus driver who was just trying to do their job. Yet then it's like you don't give two shits. You just want to get home. Like, you just want to get to work and then get home and spend time with your wife and kids. But it's basically the fucking bus's fault that you were late in the first place. So you blame it on the damn bus. Just not worth it. Some stuff just isn't worth it. Eh, Especially the times you try and calculate something that may be worth it. It's still not worth it's still not worth it to waste your time with this. Like, you're wasting your time. We are wasting our time with this, and it's we fail to recognize it every single time that we waste our time on the simplest thing. We waste our time and it's bullshit. And we know it. When we're wasting our time to try and do a task, but we know we are going to screw it up anyway. We are wasting our time. We are essentially telling anything we've ever done to go screw itself. We will do it next time. But there usually is no next time. Um, and yeah. Oh, sir, you'll get your flight next. I paid for my flight now. Why would I want it next time? I paid for my flight right now. But anyway. So, it's always, I do want to point out, it's always good when you get a nice cashier at a drive-through restaurant who actually likes their job and who actually tries to provide you the best service. But what's not funny is this. The sheer fact that after you get that person, you know they're going to turn into an asshole like 20 minutes later. It never fails. It never fails. Like, you get a person who thinks, oh, yeah, who you think, oh, yeah, this person's going to be nice. Yet they fail to be nice the next second. It's not that hard to be nice, folks. It's not that hard to be nice. Yet we somehow fail at it each and every time. Each and every time, we still somehow manage to fuck it up. And that's the worst part about it. That is the worst part about it. I'm not even joking. Like, that we have to try and do the simplest thing, yet we screw it up. It's not that hard. Get it through your skull. You already fucked it up. Yeah, you're not gonna blame it on the person. Yeah, you're not gonna blame it on yourself, but you should. You ultimately should. There's no reason for you not to blame it on yourself when you're the one who messed it up. It's as simple as that. Um, let's think here. You know, you've gotta be prepared to deal with this in a way that you want to, because there is nothing less funny than somebody getting kicked in the groin. But I have to use the bathroom real quick. I will be right back after these messages. All right, and we're back. Um, what was I complaining about earlier? You know what? You know what? Let's just get on a different subject. Um, let's talk about hijackings for a second, actually, because I've never been in a hijacking. Yet airports have max security, but sometimes some people can still get through with a firearm. Some people can still successfully hijack a damn plane. And again, something we fail to see that you could easily hijack a plane and have no qualms about it. Like, you know, at some point that you're gonna fail, yet somehow you succeed, and you're like, whoa, and you're like, holy shit, did I just succeed at hijacking a plane? I didn't know this was even possible to succeed in doing. I didn't even know something this immaculate could happen to me. I have successfully hijacked a damn plane. But otherwise, let's talk about pizza places for a minute. Because, all right, you go into a pizza place, right? You order a pizza. It's, it's a good pizza. It's delicious. You gotta think, what? You gotta think, who touched this pizza? What did they do to my pizza? How am I supposed to know that somebody didn't rub their dick on my pizza as I was ordering it and they were preparing to make it? How do I know that somebody didn't use their penis to toss that dough? I don't know if somebody used their wiener to do it or what happened. But, you know, sorry. Um, we've all got different theories about how the world's gonna end, what's gonna happen. But yeah, anyway, let's talk about what a beautiful day it is today. Also, it's nearly summer, so I just want to congratulate all of the graduates that have graduated from colleges, high schools, whatever. I want to congratulate all of them for graduating this year, 2024, or well, for the 2023 school year. So what are we gonna talk about now? Let's talk about enemies, because you have friends, and you have enemies. Who are your enemies? Who are the people that are gonna make you do their bidding and try not to get you to hate them? Because at the end of the day, you're still gonna hate them. Yet it's impossible. Yet they still get you to do their bidding somehow. When at the end of the day, you know you are still going to hate them because they suck. And you know that they suck, yet you choose to hate them. At the end of the day, you are still going to hate that person. It doesn't matter who that person is. You are still going to figure out a way to hate them if they are your enemy and you do not like them. It happens with a lot of people. It happens with most people. You try and figure out who that enemy is, yet it's so hard not to that it just sucks. And also, pretty soon I will be bringing in a co-host so that we could chat back and forth. But that'll be in the future, sometime in the future. I don't know. But anyway, um, sometimes it's also a lack of, what have you. But most importantly, that enemy, they just hate you. They just hate what you do, and they do not like you. It's as simple as that. But Friday. Um, so let me ask you this, guys. How's everybody doing? How's everybody's day? Did everybody have a great Tuesday? If you just got off of work, how was work? If you're listening to this podcast after work, just because you hate the world and want to know what's happening with it. How are you doing? Like seriously, you know. Um, what else is there that we could possibly talk about? Um, oh yeah, Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. Let's get into that a little bit again this episode because Jake Paul, I still find you to be some sort of wuss. Well, not really a wuss, more like a pathetic piece of crap who's going to get killed by Mike Tyson if Mike Tyson punches you once. And you know it. You are pushing the envelope on this. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out. Yet Jake Paul can't figure it out for himself. So, yeah, Jake Paul cannot figure out that he's going to lose that match. And I saw something on Facebook that said it was called off due to health issues with Mike Tyson. But if the fight was called off, it'd be talked about a lot more on YouTube, Twitch, podcasts like this. It'd be talked about a whole hell of a lot more. Honestly. And we all know it'd be talked about a lot more if it was canceled. We know that that fight would be talked about a lot more if it was actually called off, canceled, or pushed to a later date. We would know about it. But, yeah, who are you rooting for, Mike Tyson or Jake Paul? Because there are a lot of people rooting for Mike Tyson and a lot of hate going against Jake Paul at this point. But yeah, and stay tuned for your podcast recommendation at the end of this episode, as usual. And I'm sorry I didn't do it in the first episode. And I'm sorry I didn't mess in. Blah, blah, blah. I can't speak. And I'm sorry I didn't mention the first episode's podcast recommendation. The recommendation for the first podcast episode was actually going to be Distractable, but I mentioned that in the second episode. So we will have another podcast recommendation at the end of this episode. But let's get on to some other subject. Let's talk about any sort of supermarket or, you know, large large producer of items like Target, Walmart, or something more along the lines something more something more along the lines of you know let's talk about Kmart for a bit or something, because I am sad that Kmart closed down. That place was cheap. More people went there. And then it just all of a sudden closed down. And then Toys R Us wasn't that far behind it. So we witnessed both Kmart and Toys R Us closing down simultaneously. Like, seriously. And how are these stores losing money? Honestly, how are these stores losing money? I don't know how. How are these stores losing the money that they're making? What are they putting in? Like, I understand they have to order the product and stuff, but still, how in the hell are you losing money? It doesn't make sense to me. Something's wrong. Something is wrong with the system of your store. How are you losing that money? How? How are you losing that money? There is no way under any circumstance that you should be losing that money that you put in to your store. Like, again, I understand having to purchase the product for the store, but still, how are you losing the money that your patrons have spent in that store? How are you losing that? There is no way you should be losing that and then forced into bankruptcy so that you have to close your store. It doesn't make a lick of sense. And I hate it. I hate things that don't make sense. They piss me off. Sometimes I piss myself off. That must mean I don't make sense. No, but seriously, how do you lose money from your store? There should be no way you could lose that money from your store under any circumstance. Like, seriously, how are you losing that money? What are you putting into your store that caused you to lose that money? Must have been some sort of stupid shit that caused you to lose your money. Because I know you would have either had to do something stupid like launder it or something like that. Because, you know, sometimes even casinos go into money laundering half the time. And some of these people who launder that money don't end up being caught. More of them need to be caught. But anyway, let's move on to some nostalgic games like the Papa's series, which were Flash games. Which people are sad that the Flash games are missing now, but they're not. Download the Ruffle emulator. Download the Ruffle Flash Games emulator. To play the Flash games. Do that. But anyway, that really wasn't. There was really no sponsorship or anything there. Literally. But anyway, let's talk about the Papa's games for a minute because they are very nostalgic to me. I still play them to this day. I still like screwing people over in a Papa's game just to see them get pissed off that their order wasn't made right. That's like working at a real restaurant and pissing somebody off just to make sure they don't get the right order. Yet then you're getting sued up the ass. So it's not really worth it. It's not. Like, seriously. Is it worth it to basically screw yourself out of like $200? No, it's not. I'll tell you what's stupid though, gambling at casinos. Why would you gamble? Get a job if you want money. Do something else if you want money. Don't go and gamble. That is like the stupidest thing you could do is gamble. There should be no reason for you to ever have to gamble. Yet somehow it has occurred to me that more and more people are gambling. People have serious gambling addictions, and they just need to quit gambling, or else they'll just keep losing money. If you want to lose your fucking money, be my guest, but you're the one gambling it away. You're the one being the dumbass who gambled your money away because you didn't know what else to do with it. Hey, I know, Betsy. Let's go gamble away at least $250,000 that we just got because our best friend Curtis just died and he put us on his will. So we get all the life insurance money since we took out a life insurance policy on him a year ago. Like, seriously. You know, stuff just sucks, man. This world just sucks. And, we're forced to live in it. We are forced to live in hell. And you know that this is true. That we are forced to live in hell. All of our lives are hell. Is it worth living in hell? No, it is not. But that's what we are doing. We are living in hell. And I am serious. We are living in a world of shit. And yet we cannot see it. The world we live in is hell. Everything we have ever done is hell. Yet we don't see it. We are sitting here as blind ass bats, not being able to comprehend what we're seeing. Yet you can't comprehend enough to just, you know, honestly, it's like telling somebody to shut up and give you your burger, and then they spit in your food because they think you're a dick. This only makes sense. Probably because you are a dick. But otherwise, say you're on a playground, right? Karen walks up to you, asks you what you're doing there. None of your business. I'm doing nothing. Doing nothing but walking around the park. Absolutely nothing. You're gonna come up to me and just persecute me for doing absolutely nothing? Yeah. Yeah, that's what you should be teaching your children how to do. Judge other people. Yeah, just keep on judging. If you want to judge, keep it up. Judge other people. Do what you want to do. I ain't stopping you. But you're gonna keep judging people. You're wait. I have to ask all the Karens out there, are you just so miserable that all you could do is make other people feel like shit? Because seriously, you belittle people at their jobs, you'll do anything to make them hate themselves. Do you just have nothing better to do with your life? Can't you just go for a walk outside or something? Or maybe just, like, stay in your cozy house and read a fucking book? Do you just have to belittle everybody? Like, seriously. Otherwise, let's figure this out. Let's talk this out together. Because we know. We know that our what world sucks. We know our world sucks, yet we're living in it. We have to live with it. We have to live in this world to make it better or worse. And sometimes we just end up making it worse. Oh God. Sometimes we just end up making it worse for ourselves. And that's the point. That's my point. We live in this world, and sometimes what we do ends up making it worse for ourselves. Yet we can't, we don't put the blame on ourselves enough. We don't put the blame on ourselves. We're all just sitting here with our thumbs up our asses, victims of the goddamn government. But anyway, you know, let's say you're getting a pizza delivered. You spend like an hour on the phone ordering the goddamn thing, right? The pizza cost you about $60 because you ordered from Pizza Hut, Domino's, or Papa Frickin' John's, and their deals are crap. So it's like, what are you gonna do? What do you expect? You're not expecting good quality out of that pizza. If you're ordering it from Domino's or Papa John's, at least you're expecting better quality if you're ordering from Pizza Hut and or Little Caesars. You're better off with that. Not the shit in a box that Papa John's or Domino's serves you. Because then you're looking at it like this isn't this isn't my pizza. My pizza was supposed to look a lot more appetizing than this. Yeah, my pizza was supposed to look better than this. I'm not sure what you did to it, or if you did something at all. But yeah, my pizza is supposed to be a lot more fulfilling than this. I'm not supposed to be looking at whatever this is. I'm supposed to be looking at a delicious pizza that I ordered. And that's not what I'm looking at. I am looking at this monstrosity that is on my goddamn plate. I am looking at this monstrosity, and I'm looking at you for serving me this pizza completely wrong. I am persecuting you because this pizza was supposed to be cooked to perfection. You didn't cook it worth shit. Then you shove it in the box, and it looks horrible when it gets to me. So, whatever you're doing, you're not doing your job right. Because you throw my fucking pizza in the box, shows up to my house, it doesn't even look appetizing. Sometimes you order something and you're like, why doesn't this look like it does in the commercials? Why doesn't this look like, why don't Tide Pods look as tasty as they do in the commercials? That's what toddlers think. Why aren't these as, like with soap, like with dish soap? That's what toddlers think. Why isn't this as tasty as it looks in the commercials? If they could get their hands on it. Why isn't this as tasty as it looked in the commercial? Like little Timmy just kind of, sitting there, like, oh my God, Dawn Platinum, that looks so good. Your mom, his mom buys it from the store. He eats it. Didn't taste as good as I thought it would. You knew it wasn't going to taste good, but you decided to eat it anyway. We all know soap doesn't taste good. We have all heard our mothers threaten to wash our mouths out with soap each time we said a cuss word. And now look at half of us. Look at half the people in this world. Half of these people in this world ended up growing up to be just like their parents, especially the Karens who are mothers. They teach their daughters to hate on everybody else. Okay. Sorry about that quick intermission from my stepfather there. But, yes, you are teaching your children in the wrong way. 1. Your brain is a hollow shell. 2. Obviously, you don't have enough life to live. And 3. What the hell? Are you seriously trying to pass that off? Are you sure? Like, if you're teaching your children how to hate on other things that people do, then obviously that doesn't make you a good parent. You're just you're just teaching your child how to say, you know what? Fuck everybody else. I'm better than all y'all. That's what you're doing. That's how this is going. This universe is screwing up its children, and we can't even see it. Like, are you serious right now? World, are you serious? Tell me, are you serious? Let me know if you're serious, world. Because this is stuff we need to know in our daily lives. We can't put this off any longer. We are spinning in circles, wondering, one, when are we going to die? Two, how are we going to die? And three, are we going to die? And the answer to number three is yes. At some point, you are going to die. And to all of you, and I actually forgot to mention, to all of you who wake up in the morning and start listening to this podcast, good morning. How was that morning coffee? Um, Honestly, I've thought about starting to host like morning, start doing like morning shows of this podcast out off like on the side of what I'm doing now. You want to know what doesn't help? You want to know what doesn't help? When you're a fast food worker and the Karen comes up to your window, give her her order. This doesn't look like it does on the menu at all. I want to speak to her. Shut up! Nothing you order is going to look like it does on the menu. Anything you order is always going to look like shit as soon as you get it. It's like these drive-through workers smacking you in the face. It's basically like these drive-through workers are bitch slapping you. You know, honestly, if you hand me my burger at McDonald's and then, you know, I expect it to look like it does on the menu, I'd have more respect for you if you would just flip me off and tell me to go fuck myself rather than handing me this shit sandwich. That's honestly, I am being so deathly honest when I say that. I would rather have you flip me off, tell me to go fuck myself, rather than you handing me this burger that I don't know how you made it. You probably sat on it. So, there's, you know, you probably sat on it. It's salty as hell. You put too much ketchup on it. You put too much fucking mustard on it. You know, give me a break. It's it's hard enough living a life when I want to go to the drive-thru and get a nice burger, and I'm being served a pile of shit on a bun. That's essentially what I'm being served. A pile of shit on a fucking bun. And I don't know how to explain that in any better way because that's essentially what's happening here. That is essentially what's happening here. When you go to the drive-thru, you are being served a steaming pile. You are being served a steaming log, like what you just put in the toilet 20 minutes after, or actually, what you just put in the toilet 10 minutes after ordering from that drive-thru. You're already on the shitter. and, and you knew it was going to happen too. You knew you were going to end up shitting yourself the minute you ate that cheeseburger. What else did you think would happen? What, honestly, what else did you think would happen? Did you think, this is really good, and then sit down on your couch and relax? No, you're on your toilet playing Angry Birds on your iPhone. You're already on the toilet scrolling through fucking TikTok while you're shitting yourself. So, you know, that's that's like watching. That's basically what happens every time I eat Taco Bell. I'm on the toilet at least 10 seconds after eating it, scrolling through TikTok videos while it's shitting my bowels out. Because that is what Taco Bell is. Taco Bell is basically a laxative to make you have to shit 10 minutes after you get home and eat it. It's like, gee. It's like, gee, could you have made this any friggin' worse? Like, you already handed me this sandwich. Or, well, actually, it's like, geez, can you do any worse? Oh, now you have the Cantina chicken menu. Yeah, no. You should have just called it the Cantina shittin' menu. Because that's essentially what you're doing. Like, I'm not sitting here telling you. Well, I am telling you the complete truth. I am not bullshitting you in any sort of way. That is what you're getting at Taco Bell. With that, with anything Taco Bell makes, you're gonna be on the toilet like all day. If you ate what Nikocado Avocado could eat, you'd be on the toilet all the day, shitting your bowels out while scrolling through TikTok, playing Smash or Pass with all those TikTok girls. Because that's the only thing you have to do when you're on the pot after eating 3 tacos from Taco Bell, a burrito, and then drinking a fucking Baja Blast with it. Like there's no space where you can have a free day after eating Taco Bell. When you eat Taco Bell, you are fucking up your intestines. Your intestines are fucked as soon as you put that Taco Bell into your body. But anyway, let's talk about. All right, while we're roasting fast food restaurants, let's talk about Burger King let's talk about Burger King because you could get a fucking cardboard crown with a Whopper. Okay, yeah, fine. I'll wear this while I eat my Whopper. That's like saying I'll bang Reese Witherspoon as I'm also banging Kirstie Alley. But anyway, um, you know, you're still with not with any fast food restaurant. With some fast food restaurants, you're on the shitter all day. I will admit, In-N-Out Burger is really good. In-N-Out Burger is probably one of the best fast food restaurants because at least you know you're getting a good burger that won't put you on the shitter 20 seconds after eating it. But with fast food restaurants like say Taco Bell, Jack in the Box, um, McDonald's is pretty good. To all of you McDonald's fans out there, I'm a huge McDonald's fan. I love McDonald's. I also like Burger King, but the only thing you can really roast them on is the cardboard crown that you're getting with your meal. I mean, you mainly just get it for your child to make them happy. Daddy, can I have a crown? Yeah, fine, whatever. This is the reason me and your mom got divorced, Billy. What? Billy, you are worthless to me. But otherwise, I wish you were never my child, Billy. Is what your dad says in the Burger King line as you ask him for the crown. He basically just dreams of leaving you there at the Burger King, hoping somebody will at least take you. But anyway, um, yeah. Again, 20 minutes, 20 seconds after eating Taco Bell, you're shitting your bowels out. But, um, let's get on a different subject that I could complain about, which is traffic. Let's get back on the traffic subject. Um, traffic sucks. Traffic sucks. Like especially bumper to bumper. When one guy is sitting this close behind you and he's nearly rear-ending you basically. When your bumpers are basically kissing, you know that asshole is too close to you. Obviously, obviously traffic is just too bad. And then you have car accidents where then like a major highway is at a complete stop because two idiots or like an idiot decided or like the drunk guy. All right, here's something better. The drunk guy from the bar decides, hey, I'm gonna drive today. On the highway, next thing you know, he rolls his car over the goddamn barrier. Then you're on your way home from work, and if it's a major highway, you're like, ah, fuck. Now I'm stuck in traffic. This day can't get any shittier, can it? And then it does. Because then somebody doesn't realize traffic is stopped. Like, if you're like the first person, you're lucky to be the first person that gets waved through by the flagger. But if you're somebody in line and a car isn't behind you yet, and then a car runs up behind you and fucking rear ends you because they don't say that traffic is stopped, then it's like, why? Why? That drunk idiot got into a car accident over there, and you can't see the car stopped 20 feet in front of you. Like, I did nothing wrong. I, I was just having a good day on my way home from work, and I was gonna watch the fucking Buccaneers game 2 minutes later. And now I'm having to deal with this shit. Now I gotta call my insurance company, and now I gotta see if I can get my fucking car replaced because I know it's already gonna be a shit fest. So, you know, and you got that, and now you got that one idiot at the red light in the intersection who's just texting on his phone and doesn't give a fuck about the rest of the people enough to start putting his goddamn phone down and going. So then you all have to cut him off. Then he gets pissed off because you did cut him off. And then you're like, well, what was I supposed to do? You're just sitting there. You're just sitting there texting on your phone. In fact, who the fuck are you even texting that's so important that you can't even move your car up? Like, seriously, who are you even texting where you can't move your car, where you can't put your phone down and start driving again? Who the hell could you have possibly been texting? I understand if it's your wife and she's pissed at you, contemplating divorce. But listen, I don't give a damn if it's your best work buddy who texted you asking if you wanted to go get some beers at the bar. You need to move your ass. You don't need to be blocking fucking traffic just because you want to send a text message. That's probably like, you know, to that's probably like one of those movies that has the to be continued at the thing of it. Oh, by the way, Jeremy, this text is to be continued. Yeah, yep. And now I'm pissed because I get home and I missed the fucking football game and I didn't even record it. So, my day just got more fucked up than it already was before. And I don't know how to explain it. Probably that idiot. Probably that idiot in the fucking intersection. But otherwise, um, oh, and then you also have the one, then you also have that one person who wants to cut in front of you. So they're trying to squeeze in front of you when they know they don't have the space. It's a 30 centimeter. Dude, I am literally bumper to bumper with this guy. Or actually, there's literally a 30. Like, literally, this is how big the gap is. This is how big the gap. You cannot fucking fit in that gap. You are going to hit one of us, whether you try and cut my ass off or not. So there's absolutely no way that you're gonna cut in front of me and expect I could reverse. I could reverse, but then there's still that guy in the Prius behind me who doesn't know I'm gonna back up. Then I end up crushing his hood. Then we end up having a street fight about it. So I'm kind of in between, and I'm kind of fucked either way here because I don't know which way this could go. This could go the hard way or the easy way. But seriously, either way, it's not going well. Either way, you're still going to get pissed off, and somebody is still just gonna irk you so much to where you want to fucking clock them. But, what's even, what, you wanna know what's even shittier? The guy on the motorcycle who fucking lane splits. The guy on the motorcycle who decides to lane split in between you and then ends up hitting your mirror and smashing it into the side of your car. Now you gotta pick your mirror up off the fucking road and chase this idiot down. Because you know he just knocked off your goddamn mirror. And, so now you have to worry about chasing him. Or maybe just be the smart guy and call the police, but I would chase that dude. I would chase the guy who just knocked the guy on the motorcycle who just knocked my mirror off of my car. Because I'm not going to allow that to happen. I am not going to allow you to knock the mirror off of my fucking car and get away with it. Because you think it's funny to do shit like that, and it's not. It's not. You've got some issues, my friend, and they are bad ones. They are bad issues, and you know it. You know that you're just messing my day up even more when I have to worry about filing, when I have to worry about get. Well, I'd have the money to replace the goddamn mirror, but then I'd have to take the car to the shop, which I bet that shop would charge me even more, because I wouldn't know how to put my own fucking mirror back on my car. Like, I mean, dude, I, I fucking hate people. I, it's never ending. That's what it is. It's a never ending battle. It's always a fucking uphill battle. And we're always the ones stuck in between it because we can't pull our heads out of our asses. Oh, and by the way, back on the traffic subject, there's also that bicyclist who rides way too close to you, so you feel like you're gonna fucking hit him no matter what you do. Later down the line, he ends up crossing the street on a green light. The fucker in the Subaru who doesn't see him ends up plowing right into him. So either way, that guy's getting messed up and sent to the hospital. And then after that, if you're the bicyclist, then you have to pay a hefty hospital bill, and you don't want to have to pay it, so you try any way to get out of paying it, but you can't because you know that you're pushing the limit of what you can do. And now your bike is completely destroyed, so now you have to spend money on a new fucking bike, and your day just gets even worse. Your day just keeps getting shittier and shittier and shittier as it goes along. And then you know that there is no end to that shit fest. You're like, you know what? This is never gonna end. I am fucked. The rest of my life, the rest of my life I could just look forward to is gonna be shit. I already know it. I already know my life is completely and utterly fucked. And there ain't no way I'm getting out of it. I mean, God, everything in this world is just bad these days. President Biden be, pre, blah, President Biden being in the White House. That's bad. Jake Paul. That's bad. Karma by JoJo Siwa. That's bad. Oh man. JoJo Siwa, I think you should have known better before writing that song. Because now you got your karma. Your karma was all the hate you're getting just for that. And you gotta be blind, deaf, or dumb, or to not see that hate. You gotta be blind. Your eyes have to be fucking covered for you not to be able to see that hate. Yet you're getting that hate, JoJo, and you know it. In fact, even I hate you. Your karma video is not good. The song isn't good. And yes, karma's a bitch. You should have known better. If I had a wish, I probably never would have scrolled through TikTok, only to come across a TikTok with that song in it. But now I want to make a TikTok where I think it's funny to make my fucking dog dance to it. Like, seriously, man. We're not getting anywhere. Because we got all this shit happening. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, JoJo Siwa Karma. The only good thing that came out of this world was Houdini by Eminem. That is the only good thing that came out of this fucking world in this year. In the begin, this Houdini alone was the only good thing to come out of this world. Yeah, if I could pull a trick out my bag, it would be for me to go back in time and live in 2010 again. Because at least in 2010 we had a good president in the White House. But then you got Bill Clinton. I'd rather go back to the time he was in the White House. Just so I could go to that press conference and hear him say, I did not have sex with that woman. You know you did, Bill. Come on. Try to deny it. She sucked your dick in the Oval Office. And yet you're going to try to deny it. But I guess it's not the Oval Office anymore. What do we call it now? What do we call it after that situation? It's the I think it's the Oval Get Office. Because that's the only place to go. Because when you're the president, it's the only place to go if you want to get your dick sucked. No, I'm only kidding. But yeah, this world just sucks these days. Because we got a man on hospice in the White House, and as we sit here, the government shovels shit in our mouths. 2020 was the worst year though because you were stuck in your house with your family and you didn't want to be stuck in your house any longer than you had to. But you were for a whole year. First time you could ever get along with your family in a whole year. Yet then I bet you and your family got tired of each other. Unless you were that type of rebellious kid to scroll through fucking TikTok during that time. Because then, you can at least find something entertaining on there to watch. Besides, or you could just go call your friends on Discord because they're all stuck in their houses as well. Schools are closed down, so now online school is a popular thing. Fucking, you didn't get to go to concerts. You didn't get to go to football games. You didn't even get to go to Monster Jam events. God, I hated 2020, man. I couldn't wait for it to end. I couldn't wait for it to end. That way we could finally get an announcement that we can leave our fucking house again. Because I was getting tired of being cramped up in my goddamn house. And yet here I am, sitting here in this fucking chair, making a podcast because I love it. I like doing this. I like complaining about shit. I like being able to say the shit I'm saying. It's fun. But what? You want to know what actually sucks? You want to know something that actually fucking sucks? Is when you're waiting in line at a Starbucks for about 2 hours, and then you want to order the thing you wanted to order, and they're like, "Sorry, we're all out of that." Or at any fast food restaurant, that is the most. That is I'd have more. Again, I'd have more respect for you. You know what? Actually, I'd have more respect for you. Besides saying you were out of something because you didn't want to serve it to me, I'd have more respect for you if you just walked out, pulled me out of my car, and kicked me in the dick. I would just have more respect if you did that. I would rather you just kick me in the dick rather than bullshit me that you don't have what I ordered. I would rather you just do that. Just kick me in the dick and then tell me you don't have my food. Don't wait to tell me that you don't have my fucking food. Alright. But anyway, that is going to do it for this episode of the Devil's Hour Talk Show. Your podcast recommendation for today is The Joe Rogan Experience. After you watch this episode, feel free to go give The Joe Rogan Experience a listen. And have a good day. I will see you next episode with more shit to complain about.